Real quick, I want to talk about some of these departmental policies to drive revenue. We've sort of been harping on the fact that training frequency is one of these critical business drivers. So to me, it's the policies that you install, or neglect to install, tip the frequency scale in one direction or the next, right? It's only going to go one or two ways. So it's sort of fall in line with what we were just talking about in terms of like structuring this thing. The first thing that I establish in these clubs is our minimum performance hours. There are minimum hours that you need to perform paid sessions in order to be a functioning member of this team. So I don't know if a lot of clubs have that already. Some, maybe the big box chains do. I don't know if like some of the private owners have that stuff installed. But I'm not telling you what the minimum performance hours have to be, but you should have some idea of what you consider a full-time personal trainer. Doesn't necessarily have to mean 40 paid hours a week like in a normal setting. You may say 30 hours a week of paid sessions equates to a full-time personal trainer. And that's fine. Find your number. But if you're installing this for the first time, take a look at your data and see where you're at and see where you can push these people to move a little farther and where they're at. So if your staff averages, you have 15 trainers, and let's say your staff averages 22 sessions a week of paid production, well, maybe we make that 35. And we say, look, in order to be on this team, you have to, by this time, reach 35 hours of paid consistent production, or you can't be a part of this team. But that's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to give you the tools and the information to be successful and get there. Because you can't impose things on people and not tell them how to get there. Like, we need to do X amount of hours, but we're not going to show you how. We're just going to go get them, like in my 1994 training experience. Just go get them and see what happens. But if you are going to put that in play, and I believe that you should, you need to give these people the skills to get there. But minimum performance hours are critical because people are going to work at the level they want to work, right? People aren't going to work at the level that you expect them to or you need them to in order to be successful. People are going to come in, most of the trainers, right? A lot of them get into this job because they want to make their own hours, they want it to be a casual profession, they want to sort of come and go as they please. And that would be great if we weren't running real life businesses. So we have to set an expectation. And when you set that expectation, you give them the ability to, or the skills and the knowledge to reach that goal. But I would install that, as soon as possible. And we do that stuff day one, and it comes as a shock to people. You do 20 hours a week, now all of a sudden you're going to have to do 35 in the next 65 days or 60 days. But we take them through this course content, we give them the skills, they do it, and everybody's fine. The first day, everybody goes, oh my God, this is never going to happen. How can I double my production in 30 days, 60 days? If you give the people the pathway to do it, it happens. Everybody just gets a little scared for a minute. But installing the minimum performance hours, I think, is critical. You're always going to get the performance people want to give you unless you ask them and expect them to achieve something that you want from them.